Greetings, everyone, once more. It is time to enter the cursed dungeon, the Citadel of Bane Destruction, Scarwall, a place that is so haunted and cursed that has been set aside from perhaps even reality itself, sealed away, so that its corruption may not spread. A place of a twisted god, corrupted to the ultimate degree, filled with the twisted souls of the dead and the cursed words they push forth. But there is a powerful item deep within Scarwall, and our adventurers must claim it if they are to save Korvosa once and for all. So join us as the adventure continues. Okay. Alright, everybody, hello, welcome. Yes, it is time for the Crimson Queen. If you missed us last week, there was some adventuring and some travel and stuff like that, and currently our team of adventurers is sort of on the outskirts of the area of Scarwall. Scarwall appearing in the center of a massive crater lake with a barbican and one bridge leading to it in the middle of the lake. So, not an easy travel in general. But you are currently kind of like up in the mountains nearby, or like probably at the end of a bit of at the edge of the crater. Maybe would be more appropriate to say, like, you know, where it kind of like tumbles down into the depths of the crater, where it's kind of like worked the way down from this old volcano, and you kind of get a full sight of everything in front of you.
One question.
Sure.
What's a barbican?
Okay. I can tell you what it's used for, but I don't know the exact definition, which I can look up, actually.
What is it?
Barbican.
How do you spell it?
Sounds like
It's just a type of fort.
Yeah, I think it's a fort.
Let's just say like a rounded fort.
Oh, okay.
It's a fortified gateway.
And I
basically.
say screw Korvosa. Let's build our own with blackjack and hookers.
Oh, that might be better.
It's a fortified outpost / gateway. So it would be like, if you want to get on the bridge, it's the first defensive perimeter to get to the bridge.
Got it.
This one is mostly in ruins, but there are some standing buildings there. And you know that the Death Watcher orcs have made their home there. And we'll kind of start there. Unless there's anything anyone wants to do in the meantime, we can get started. As you approaching at this site here, Sial will kind of turn towards you and kind of say, "So, what plans do you have for this place? As I recommend, base of operations would be good. It would be useful."
Again, talking... I think talking is the best idea, and if we can, if we can convince them to share, that's one thing. If they fight or refuse, then violence is always an option.
He kind of goes, "Well, good luck to you.
Agreed.
We will wait here." Kind of looking at this Lowry, kind of like looking this kind of like glare at Lowry, who looks like she would have been starting to walk with you, but like Laris will kind of like stop and kind of like gotta go, and kind of like scratch her head a little bit and wait with him. As he says, "Before you enter, there's much to discuss. We'll be going into a different world, and whether or not you wish for us to accompany you directly, that will be your choice too. We also could just make a base of operations on the bottom. Our abilities would probably be less effective for creatures in that place." Kind of looking to Zardris and a bit to Ronnie. Because you're a good cleric and probably have very good abilities for fighting undead.
I'm a good person.
Mm-hmm.
Messed up when you think about it, really.
Yeah. I'm just being good. I'm just
You have an aura of goodness around you. Sickening.
Well, you know, oh boy, am I equipped to fight the undead? Let me tell you what. there's any of them undead fellers down there, I'm gonna send them to Pharasma.
Wow, you are so much lighter than last week. Anyway.
I just could squish them.
I could seize control of a few of them.
Perhaps you can, but it may be more difficult than you think. We'll have to discuss. We do have some knowledge on the way that place works. So it makes it even dangerous for our people to travel in there successfully. He's gonna take a seat on a rock, as that's probably nearby there, kind of on the trail. As Laris kind of wave to you, as you kind of would maybe wander yourselves down to the Barbican. So,
right.
I can move you all folks over to the first of many maps. I'll go here.
How many maps?
Switch over here. As this is the Barbican.
How many orcs could possibly be in this building, you know?
You are unsure.
It's not like he said this is the barbecue.
I'll be honest, my first thought when he said barbican was like a hobo barrel can that you would barbecue on top of. So yeah, that was my first thought.
Where
I thought
are
that
we
was
on
a barbarian inspirational phrase. Like, I barbican.
True.
You sure you barber can't?
I barber could.
I barber did. So I did.
So yes, the fortification lies in front of you.
Ooh, we're
you
so tiny.
have enough, generalized speaking, ability to see. You can certainly notice that. Oh yes, also it took me a lot. Okay, side note. Thanks for the device worm. It helped a lot. But these maps were 10-foot squares, and converting them to 5-foot squares just made it even worse.
Okay.
So it did take quite a while to...
Yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah. But you figured it out on your own, so you didn't have to. You didn't need my help.
Did. I basically was working on it during the day and Googled it and saw it in 3 seconds, and I'm like, wow, this is gonna be easy. And it was like,
yep.
Man.
That's why I kept telling you to do it, because I'm like, it's not that hard.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Do we see any doors?
You currently do not see any kind of sign of doors. That is very obvious.
Coax my fuzzy friend out of my bag and have him go do some scouting because he can cast greater invisibility on himself.
Okay.
He has a climb speed, so he can climb up and look in any windows or anything.
Okay.
There also seems to be a pen area over here.
That area seems, rather than a pen, an area that has been repaired.
It's wooden walls.
Yeah. So your little friend can kind of, if you're kind of doing this from a little bit of afar,
does it
a little bit of distance?
Is there actually something over us on the Barbican, or is it destroyed?
No. You wouldn't be able to get this far. There's a goddamn orc right here.
Oh, so we should probably.
Yeah, I didn't know where we were supposed to be.
You're supposed to be way over here.
Yeah, I would still send my guy off to scout.
Yeah, you're way back here, a couple hundred feet away, and probably you would spot the orc long before. Let me just long before he could spot you.
Does anyone speak orc?
58.
Then the answer is yes. This guy's got a perception of 0. Granted, it's not too difficult to look at a distance here because there's not a lot blocking the way. There's kind of these scrub bushes and stuff around the base here, a couple of random trees. There isn't a lot of cover overall. The thing is, you're just very far away. I'll just show this. There you go. There's a guy hanging out there.
Weird sword.
Watch.
What a weird sword.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna zoom into you guys a little bit.
This is in
He has resting
the
orc
holds,
face.
right?
What?
What kind? This is in the holds, right? Not in Varisian?
Yes, this is the holds of Belkazin.
He has resting orc face.
Oh, does anyone speak orc?
No.
No.
Well, that's the first problem with this, I suppose.
I speak common and Shawati.
I speak Draconic. I haven't had to
I
use it yet.
I don't think an orc would speak Draconic. Unless he's a wizard.
I also
He
speak
doesn't look like the
Druidic.
wizarding type.
I doubt he druid.
I mean, you might know that it's not 100% common, but there are plenty of orcs that would speak common. Is the common tongue, and, you know, understanding that
Oh, yeah.
helps a lot.
Who wants to approach?
You know,
I can try to talk to him.
I've, despite the fact that I've been, I've never been the best at, convincing people to do things, well, without, beyond looking scary. Perhaps I should go and scout, with the new device I purchased.
New device?
If you wish, my companion could always use an extra set of eyes.
I hold up the Kinsight goggles. I put one on me, and I give one to you. Who wants it? Khandes?
Absolutely not me.
Me or Zardris?
I mean, Zardris would be the best, but also I feel like
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely second best anymore with perception. I
Perception is.
only have a plus.
Tavel has perception, but I think yours is better than Tavel's.
Ah,
I mean,
Zardris has
I have
eye
eye
slots.
I have
So
eye slots
I'll-
too, but mine are also just I can take one off and put this on because neither of them require like a
Yeah,
attunement or
Zardris will probably be
anything.
helping with the talking, anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I can definitely help with the talking too. I am
Get borrow Tavel's
a
eyes.
charismatic build. I have plus
Uh,
18. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's plus 17.
How
with
is
my
Ronnie's perception?
Oh, this Ronnie's.
My perception is not too good. Not too good. I gotta see.
I mean, mine's
I
only plus
had,
10.
8, so it's not bad.
Mine's plus 16.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so
What's your
like,
I'll give
talking
it-
skills, Ronnie?
I do diplomacy. I'm a good
So
diplomacy
Ronnie could
person,
do
but
Ronnie could do diplomacy, while Zardis
See, 'cause
Ronnie and
I'm
Zardis
good
could
at
deep diplo. And
Yeah, I'm
Khandes
good
could
at
help
sense motive, and intimidate, but I also know that I actually think I'm the best sense motive, but at the same time I think intimidate is covered also by
unironically think
intimidate, I will let you know, is a temporary
yeah,
change of
intimidate is
attitude.
temporary.
So afterwards, also they get angrier. If you're trying to establish a base of operations, that would not probably work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also
Most
why
of
I
the
said
time.
that's also why I'm like I
However-
probably won't be that useful.
These are orcs.
Orc culture does respect some level of strength.
I am
So-
half orc and can speak orcish. So
Oh, then you
Oh
should
my God,
absolutely
someone
fucking
speaks
lead
Orcus.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a translator then.
oh yeah, I can. Oh boy, I gotta remember back from when I used to talk to my mom all the time.
Just don't call him mommy.
Oh, he might be into it. You never know. Some people are like that, you know.
Well, I give the eye to Khandes.
Okay.
And then I will, let's see. Should I do... okay, how ruined does this building look? Does it look like there are very clear openings?
The status of the Barbican is pretty damaged, I will tell. The area that you can approach is, definitely, like, a pretty easy one. So you're probably definitely a lot farther back than on the map, I'm going to say here.
Yeah.
Because it's, except for some sprawled bushes, it's relatively cleared out, and you can definitely tell, like, there's still like old bones and weapons and stuff that litter the soil in this area. This is like a not cleaned up ancient battlefield, very much so.
Also, what is the time of day?
I'm gonna roll this d12 and say that's your time of day.
Is there I do have a question. Is there a safe place I can sit at here?
Probably some rocks and litter.
Because I'm going to send my pipe fox in invisibly and be scrying on him.
I'll tell you, it's about noon.
Okay.
And the Barbican is not the best of shape. One of the towers is completely collapsed, and the other one is intact, but not in the best shape. Basically, this over here is a collapsed tower, and most likely there was like stuff over that these two towers would have connected it to kind of block the way. You can tell that this wall once reached the shore. Over here it reached the shore a little bit here too. So this was a blockade to get into the bridge, but it has very well collapsed there.
Okay. Well, I'm going to turn into a bird then.
Okay. There are also a couple of floors too.
Makes sense.
And I'll just head off that way.
This is what it feels like to fly.
Yeah, Voda's just gonna go sit down on a rock and close her eyes while her familiar goes off.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have the familiar try to scout the bottom level with his greater invisibility.
Okay. Then I will start with the familiar, and then I will go to Ada.
Okay.
So familiar can use its greater invisibility and certainly head in here. You can see that there are two. There's a door back here. Previously. Okay.
Yep.
That seems to be kind of entrance, and I'll just kind of reveal stuff here.
That's some orcs.
There are apparently 4 orcs in here. You can tell these are not your run-of-the-mill orcs anyway. They've probably seen plenty of shit and are definitely tougher looking than your average just warriors. Would you be able to take them? Maybe not. You know, they are just orcs and you have a lot of magic.
They're just dudes.
They are just dudes. So a lot of the magic you have, generally speaking, pretty good on.
We have a lot of anti-dude magic.
Yeah. So them as warriors, they might be pretty tough, but you know, in general, still doesn't seem like it. That you maybe necessarily have a huge threat overall. That room that they're in is some kind of barracks. The structure is crude. It kind of leans against this the stone building. The door that your pipe fox goes in is kind of slightly ajar and askew. It's pretty. Think about you have the sweatiness of a gym, but make it a lot worse because it's like a bunch of
stanky room.
It is stanky because it's sweaty.
Like a shit bucket.
Yeah.
Shit bucket, piss bucket.
The secondary chamber at the bottom of the existing building seems to be a room about defense. There are some arrow slits that are in there, and some sacks in here. There does seem to be a ladder that was in the barracks that leads up to the second floor. It's got a hole in the ceiling that it leads up to. Alright. So, Bird. Let me reveal some stuff from Bird, because I gotta go to this other map completely, where I can reveal Bird stuff. So. There we go.
Second.
Wait, hold on. Was there
over? You gotta pan over right a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta pan over right where this other stuff is. This is
probably where the commander is.
Bird territory. So there are a door here, I guess I wish you could see it. And a door over here. And these are the outsides of the parts of like the remaining building and stuff, and a third floor. So it's like the
Okay.
Yeah, and you can see the hole that goes up to, like, there's a ladder that goes up here. This does seem like kind of bolted up quite highly, so it looks like there might be like a middle floor, but you probably have to like, there doesn't seem to be a good way to access it. Maybe from inside, maybe not. You know, at least the Pipe Fox didn't see anything to access that. It looks as though they just have a ladder leading up to like up here where they can enter these doors.
Okay.
These parapets that are on the outside are about 20 feet up off the ground. So these are the remaining parapets on the wall in this area.
Okay.
Sick.
I think I'm good. I could try and like do like squeeze under stuff, but I kind of want to see where we'll see if they're instantly hostile before I even bother, because I want to be able to swoop in if necessary.
So I just extended the side so I can pull over on stream a little bit more. Alright, so that's all you're going to check out for now?
Yeah, because like I don't want to like get because they're gonna go up. I don't want to get trapped inside the building when the orcs suddenly go hostile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You do see. Oh, is that outside? Let me just check something. That, like, according to my map, something else might be outside that I can get. I'm just making sure. It is another area outside that I missed. That was on the second floor. So actually, you could see there's above there. There is another area, but there doesn't seem to be a ladder to it there. They don't have a ladder to it, but you can see that's kind of like.
Okay.
For some reason, I feel like this should be the second floor and third floor, and they mismarked them. But I don't know.
It doesn't. Well, I can see why.
It has this roof here.
The third floor seems bigger than the
This
second.
No, but
floor.
this roof is on top of here.
Yeah, so I think this is the third floor, and the other one's the second floor, and they just missed.
Oh, you're right. I see what you mean now. Yeah.
The third floor is also larger than the second floor, which wouldn't make much sense.
Well, so what it could be also is, this isn't accessible from like here, and this is a different thing entirely. And
this like roofy area,
up, yeah, like this roofy thing could just be above, because that's how. If you look at what a whatchamacallit is, it kind of has a wall above the building.
Let me just check what it says for the tower. No, that's supposed to be the third floor because the power parapet, the thing there's 35 feet above the ground.
Good job, Paizo. That's kind of funny.
I would think I would have to find the errata for this, but apparently I have to. Anyway, so yeah, so there's another parapet up top, and there's a door up there. So maybe from inside there's a way of getting up to here, but otherwise the only way up into these two towers is here. You do see that this has like a number of arrow slits on the outside here, so whether or not there's someone or something up there, it is a defendable spot.
Yep, I'll be perched there for now.
Mm-hmm. So you're like up on the
second floor.
Okay.
Over here.
This is difficult to get used to.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I guess the Pipe Fox will eventually return. What is thine plan now that you have the scouting information of the tiny fox?
Who wishes to approach?
I'm not there, but yes. I do want to say we talked about Ronnie.
I will definitely go ahead. I'm like, do we have what's the what are we gonna say to them? Am I just gonna try to smooth talk my way in? What's the plan?
We need this as a base of operations for our excursions, so we need to share it with them.
Okay. See what I can do.
I mean, I can come with.
I'm not too worried about them attacking me or nothing. You could always come join me if that's the case. I'm more.
I know how to. I don't know their language, but I do know how to be diplomatic.
Okay, well, then why don't you come with me, and the rest of you can, support if something happens. Let's just hope that doesn't come to it. I will shift my shield from on my back to on my arm. I will not take out my hammer, but I'm just gonna put my shield on equip my shield basically.
Mm-hmm.
It is a spike shield. I will then approach the this guy here. I'm assuming he's like sort of standing guard.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. It's Khandes, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I have a plus 17 to diplomacy, so I can definitely assist you.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to approach and sort of just like have one hand up, like like open hand, definitely trying to seem non-violent.
Certainly, on your approach, you will hear him yell, "Intruders!" As you see, he will pull out his weapon, but he's not going to go to attack right away. He has armed himself and is looking to be ready.
I'm just like noting the approaching, but I'll keep my hand up and I'll say, "Oh there!" And then I switch to Orcish, where I don't have any sort of accent. I'll say, I do not come to commit any violence against you, lest you make me. Our duty here is to slay undead. Be you undead, or noble warriors.
Oh, I also, when he yelled intruders, I'm probably gonna go and peek down the ladder just to see what they're all doing. Keep an eye on them.
Oh yeah. Well, this door up here above you opened up, and a guy walked out onto the thing up here, and then these guys all moved here. Let me just check what. There's one more person I gotta check what he does. Okay. Then you will also see. Sorry. I got something here. Yes. Whoops. This dude
the layer,
kind of,
Grunk.
this guy will walk out here, and I'll show you what this guy looks like. Go. That is that man there. Yep.
He has less bones than our guy.
And he'll kind of just like head down this way.
Oh boy, this seems like a tough customer. We're gonna want to be a little careful.
He only has 6 skulls. We have a man who has 1,000 bones.
Oh,
No, he has 7.
you're right.
Oh, sorry, 7 skulls.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hand still.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're actually like he stays up here, and these guys can go on parapets. So they're all up here where you were.
Okay, I might, fly and perch over here just to act like a scared little bird.
Mm-hmm.
No, be a menacing seagull.
So are they like saying? Are they saying anything or doing anything else? Or are they just?
They
like...
certainly haven't acted, but the people up top of the parapets, which you can kind of see, the group of them have their longbows drawn and are like pointing towards you. And the one that looks particularly tough and mean looking seems to kind of be like walking up and down like his line and kind of like watching down at you currently. This one is still standing there, weapon out, just kind of watching. Hasn't said anything yet. He has a great axe out. I'm sorry, so he's got both hands up, like, you know, like the warrior pose of the axe, like if it is like.
Buddy, what are you gonna fucking do with an axe up there?
No, the one that's on
That's
the
the
ground.
only thing that threatens me.
This guy's got the great
I
axe out.
mean, he's gonna die immediately if he tries anything.
I'll sort of.
Tell him we want to talk to his leader.
He's going to speak up after you kind of talk to him for a second. Be gone! I gotta think of a good insult for half-orcs you probably have.
Something incredibly racist you probably don't want to say.
Yes. I'll just say half-blood.
Be
Be gone, half-blood. Only true warriors are here. And if you are here to surrender yourselves or your little pets, then fine. Perhaps we would accept you.
I look over. Oh, I'm sorry. I love this.
Are you here to help defend this place like your ancestors? The true blood?
Is he speaking in orc or common?
Yes, orc.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll sort of straighten up a little bit when he says that. Obviously, like I look a little like put off at the notion, and I'll say, I have nothing to prove of my blood. I am here to defend this, but I am here to defend this place. You have, we have two ways of ending this. We can speak as warriors do, do when they meet their equals, or my friends can show you that we are the sum without equal. Let us be allies. You are not our enemies here. I'm trying to be like a little diplomatic, but also project strength.
Yeah. Alright. Why don't you give me a diplomacy check right first?
I'm giving him tips. Can I assist?
Sure.
I mean, I pretty much automatically assist, but I will roll it.
You can roll a 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although I don't think ones automatically fail on skill checks.
No, it's only
Oh well, he
that's
actually
it.
rolled better than I did. So.
Treat and help from Zardris and Khandes with 34.
Okay. I will also need a secondary check. I need an intimidate from you if you are going to project strength.
I could assist definitely with that.
I
or
can
I
also
would
assist
do
with
that.
that.
Odd thing I'm good at.
I have an 18, so.
I have a 24.
Oh, Jesus.
Not great.
I mean, I could have led the intimidation, I feel like. By doing some magical bullshit in the back. There you go. There's a 30.
Okay.
Well, I assist whoever.
Okay.
I wanted to not take the lead on the intimidate if that's possible. I'm the diplomat, not the scary person. I just was trying not to be a
5'4" wizard is terrifying.
I think the idea is they're trying to look like a strong party while he's being diplomatic and saying we're strong.
Yeah.
That's my excuse.
We know that we respect strength, but we're not trying to be overly like.
Yes. The one up top seems to be their leader. Will kind of yell out now, having kind of like observed all this and be like, "So you would offer us challenge, is what you would say? For too long, things have been quiet here. True, our mission is one of greatness. But our mission is to keep things out. And things from getting in. And kind of give it that kind of wry, tusk smile at that one.
I don't know.
Why don't you tell him? Why don't you come down and speak to us directly instead of cowering up in the rafters?
I'll nod. Yeah, I'm sort of like relaying the stuff he's saying in Orcish, kind of. I mean, the stuff he's saying back to you in a common tongue.
Yeah. I figured you were. That's why I assumed.
Yeah. And then I'll also like nod, and I'll like put my shield against my chest, and I'll bang on it. But for a moment, I'll say, "Come down here and speak to us." Or are you a coward who stands behind his defenses?
Challenge, a backbone. All right, I'm gonna roll something because he's gonna do something. Let me see what he gets. Not a lot. All right, I'm just gonna roll this d20 check here. All right, that's kind of terrible. So I'm just gonna roll this here. There we go. He's gonna leap down there from above, and land like right here, like, next to this guy. Kind of like a he tries to be graceful about it, but it's kind of like a tumbling kind of thwomp a little bit before he kind of like stands himself up.
He was trying to do a superhero landing.
He was kind of trying to do a superhero landing, and it didn't go well.
Oh,
Yeah.
By the way, I do have my hammer out, and I'm just kind of leaning on it.
Mm-hmm. He is wielding a great sword that he's kind of like half out. As he's gonna kind of pull it out, and kind of like look towards you. Who of you is a true warrior then?
You're still.
I'll say. I think he's talking about you, big guy. He's looking for a true warrior. He said.
He's going to speak in common, and he's going to say, "I have said that."
Oh, there you go. That's going to make this way easier. I gotta be honest, my Orcish, I always sound like a little rougher in that. I'm just not so good at being nice there.
If you're looking for a challenge, I definitely can provide it. We were hoping to speak, but if you insist.
My kind has slaughtered much of your own. Done.
Not mine.
Come, enemy of my people. We shall dance. He's gonna look back to the others and yell, "If they interfere, then join. If not, this one's mine." Alright, Joe, you've been challenged to a one-on-one duel with their leader.
Okay, so.
I'm gonna put out this initiative order, just,
Yeah.
Just going right into it, is there any chance for us to, like, give him any,
No.
Alright, cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
since spellcasting is kind of obvious, they might deem that as interference.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be getting angry.
I mean, he will too.
Yes, but I get large.
Wow, I rolled a 2. That's pretty good for you.
Yes.
Anyway.
So let me... No! I rolled a 2.
Wow! This is quite a battle.
God
Anyway.
damn it!
Alright, I guess he's just going to,
Is this gonna be another one where Joe wins because the other person just does worse than Joe's bad?
This is kind of funny.
Oh no, but I'm
well-
still going second.
Well,
I
he's
know.
going to, like, obviously get very angry. Yeah. I have to see what kind of action that is. Did I write that down? I made a lot of notes, and I have to check all my notes. Okay, that's that kind of action. So he's not going to be doing that. Okay, good, just checking. Alright, so he will rage. I think he's just gonna charge you, probably? That seems about right. Yeah, sure. He doesn't do anything fancy. I think he's just gonna run up, like, I think, like, probably, like, here is the closest. We'll say here. He's gonna run up, that's the closest spot. Anyway, I'm just gonna click this button, just the first attack, and add, 2 to that from the charge. So there you go. Wow! He rolled a 1! So he will miss you.
They all missed.
Also
Yeah.
charge is -2 AC. So
It is -2 AC. He does not have a lot of AC. I'm not going to say that there. I rolled a 2, a 9, and an 11. So, a 1, 9, 11. Anyway, okay, Khandes, your turn.
Well, I'm getting angry. Give me a moment. I gotta get everything.
You're going to get your large, I assume.
Yes, please.
There you go, your large.
Okay, so there's all that, and then I have to...
Hey, Ada, do you count as a dragon? As your type?
I don't think I changed types, so yes.
Okay, the sword terrifies you. Something about it feels just like anathema to your existence.
Oh, that's fun.
He perhaps has a dragon's bane sword.
Okay, so...
Okay, you meant in general,
since
yes.
he
no,
went
dragon
right up
in
in my face.
Oh yeah, and the skulls that are on him are wormling skulls.
Oh!
Yeah.
I will let the, I will stop leaning on the Earthbreaker,
Mm-hmm.
and out of my glove will pop out my large scythe,
Uh-huh.
because he's in my face, and that's easier to handle.
Yep.
And, all the bonuses are up, so let's go for it.
I was gonna say, I probably pop up to the topmost.
Oh, also, let me do that.
Battlement, just to be out of the way
Mm-hmm.
of that sword.
For the hell of it, this will be also, I'll be on fire.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't add that to the large scythe. Give me 2 seconds. 6. I'll just put it in fire for now. I gotta double check something. Yeah.
Oh.
I gotta do that. There, so then that's actually accurate. Okay, there we go. How is that? Why is it saying
Those are
that?
zeros.
Zeros.
Those are zeros.
It's an 8. It says 8 plus 26 plus 2. Something went wrong, I think, because if you notice, it says plus plus. Oh, did you type plus 2 into your bonus instead of 2?
Yeah,
That's
that'll do
what.
it.
Yeah, that happened.
So yeah, so technically, yeah.
No, that's still coming up.
Weird.
I took the plus out though. What the hell? Something is broken with this attack. I haven't used it in quite some time. Oh! Well, wait, let me see something. No, it's not.
I mean, you can add it up manually. It still shows the roll. It's just not adding up properly.
Yeah, so...
I'm not gonna lie, I mean, like, I think you... I'm just looking at the numbers, I think you hit him for all of them because he has AC of no.
Okay. So, 35 and 14 of fire, 33 and 9.
I'm calculating. I got it all. I got all
Okay.
the numbers. It's fine. I know it's the top.
I don't know why it's broken.
Okay. Alright, you will do a bunch of hits to him. He will still be standing.
I'll take a look at it.
It will be his turn. So I will now hit this number. We'll see what he rolls. Damn. And he will also do that, too. What is your AC currently?
Give me a second. At the moment, it is 25.
Okay. Then he will crit you twice.
Ouch.
So he will do 113 damage to you.
The double crit. How
Yes.
are you looking?
Not great, but not down.
I mean, you did a lot of damage to him, I will say. You two
You could-
teared into each
I'm at
other.
Take him out.
39.
Could
Yeah.
take him out.
Yeah.
Up to you, Khandes. It's your turn.
I don't back down.
Mhm.
So let's see if I can take him out.
Mhm.
And
Alright,
that time it worked.
Oh,
You
it was
will definitely
Holy crap!
kill him. Because
I think
The
you're
first
just their
one-
leader now.
will miss because it's a 1. But 149 damage is like... It's a lot.
I mean, he bloodied the shit out of me, but
I will tell you, that is more than his pre-rage hit points. So you murder this man. You take it and you hit him and you cleave his entire body in half. As
after that, I'm going to just let out a roar and go, anyone else?
Oh boy.
Oh, you know, if you wanted to kill them all, you could have just told us.
Wasn't going for it,
I
but
think he just killed the one.
I'm doing that in an intimidating fashion. If you want me to roll
sure,
intimidate,
go ahead and roll. You will have a bonus for very obvious reasons.
Wait, 25 is pretty good.
25 with a 2.
And actually, there's 3 more in that because I get my strength, which is now higher, to
Yeah.
my intimidate, so it's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
28.
Nice.
Alright, so this dude here will kind of speak up then. As much as you are definitely intimidating, and they've seen quite a display here of you, it's obvious that the two of you beat the shit out of each other very quickly in a massive exchange of blows, but then you just you turned it around and just cleaved a man in two with a giant scythe. It's a hell of a show to put on for anything. But this one will kind of speak up and be like, fine, warrior. Our leader died in combat as he wished. The place is yours. We shall leave. Curse upon you if you let those things from inside. Your ancestors spit upon you. You let them escape. You'll let Annie in.
You have it on me that nothing will escape that place.
Alright, I'm just gonna have the Death Watch orcs leave, honestly.
That's
that
one
was-
way to handle it.
I mean, if you
boy.
want to convince them to stay, you could, because the only thing driving them really to violence was their leader, who was really bored.
I mean, it's up to you guys if you want them to stay, but
I don't really care about them.
Uryu's Seven Skull was just bored because it's just like small animals. Nothing wanders out there because there's a nice barrier blocking the way.
This
So,
guy
like-
really bit off more than he could chew.
He definitely did, but
I think it was
actually-
a lot closer than.
Oh, it was
yeah.
close. I was down to 39. I'm down to 39 hit points.
if he hit you with the first attack, it would have been a lot closer. So
There
that
is a
made difference.
universe where that man lives the rest of his life as an ant because I was gonna baleful polymorph him if he killed Khandes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was actually at 42 hit points.
Oh,
Because,
meaning a life, baby.
oh no, actually 46, because I have 3 slash and I didn't put that into consideration. And that was 2 different hits. So I'm actually at 45 hit points.
Well, what are you gonna be at after you shrink?
Anyway,
I'll be
there's the stuff on his corpse that you can claim from him. He has Erikaram, the +1 Dragonsbane Greatsword. So if you need to kill some dragons, you got it. And a bunch of Wormling Skulls! Look, Ada, your cousins!
Yeah. Well, technically, Wyverans are more related to Wyverns than they are true dragons.
Wyvern, your species is the offspring of kobolds and wyverns.
Yeah.
I am
But
also, before
Wormlings aren't-
shrinking,
Yeah, I know about that.
going to be chugging a couple healing potions, because I'd be at -20 if I just went out of range right this second.
You're like, I must continue to be angry, or I will die!
In the end, they killed each other.
Scythe critical. It was a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
Can you get that on like someone evil next time? Not just a bored guy.
I mean, he's like,
He critical me twice, I critical him back.
To be fair,
Yeah.
he was probably also evil.
he is indeed chaotic evil. So yeah.
Okay, so
Like,
Potion of
his-
Cure series is 3d8 plus what?
5
Plus
or 3. Yeah, 3d8 plus 5. I mean, he totally had his AC of 17 in which to fight you with because he's just a dude.
Yeah.
So, Sial and Laris will kind of walk up, and Sial will kind of like be clapping a little bit, like as he kind of sees like the remaining orcs retreat from here, and the eviscerated remains of what you can be assumed is their leader just kind of strewn out, unless you want to like particularly take some time to clean him up. He was cleaved in twain. It
Just
was
drag
probably-
him to the side of the road and let the carry and deal with him.
He can join all the other corpses that are lining the area. So, alright. Excellent. Well, it seems like you've secured a base of operations. A little bit, well, it'll probably be, quite some time before the smell comes out.
Wait, why does it say Akiram in this list?
Because that's the name of the sword. It's a named weapon.
Okay, got it.
Yes. Kira, the +1 Dragon's Brain Greatsword. It's got a cool name and it looks cool. It is like, technically it has no other special abilities, but it is technically a unique weapon because it has a name.
I'm at 8 hit points.
Woo.
You're like, you unrage, and you're like, ah! As he probably like,
You unrage just like a
he probably have like these.
Hey.
He probably like just like slashed you across like the chest twice deeply. So you got like like this huge gashes that are bleeding and probably like a couple cracked ribs and stuff, and like your body basically like took huge hits that you're like holding on. You kind of like you just like kind of heal the kid, keep it together. You're like ah. Anyway, let me shrink you
Well,
down.
good job. So much for diplomacy, I guess.
Well,
To be fair, he wasn't really looking to do diplomacy. I tried to talk to him. I was all tough and everything, and he got real mad.
That's an acceptable outcome.
when a warrior doesn't get to fight for a long time, any opportunity's a good one.
I'm always telling my boy Mark that violence is not the answer, but you know what? I guess sometimes when the guy won't listen.
In our experience, violence has been more so the answer.
Violence is secondary option.
Well, that's why I brought the old hammer and shield, hoping to only have to use them on the undead. You know, the ones that you don't gotta talk to. But you know.
Anyway, as I pick up my hammer and lean back against it.
Unfortunately, most of the undead that you'll probably encounter will be able to speak to you if they want. Probably yell something about devouring your soul or your life force or your flesh. But yes.
Can we find a place to rest now in here?
Yes, I can.
I'm
make
sure you
look
can
better.
use their
How my insides.
Yes.
Follow me. I will go to sort of the top floor,
Mhm.
and I will summon my door to the manor.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm using my hammer as a
Mhm.
leading
Well,
stick.
that was interesting. I'm actually curious what's in the rest of these areas now.
I can tell you not a lot. Unfortunately, most of the place is in ruins. The Deathwatch orcs themselves took what little equipment they had, which really wasn't a lot, but they took that with them.
I'm just curious to
And
reveal them because I'm just curious what they look like.
oh yeah, I can reveal them in a second. Just check if there's anything else. Just to make sure. Sure. We'll reveal the rest of these things.
Hey Ada, want to try wielding the sword?
I mean, I totally could. Like, I don't think it does anything. And I have one level. I have a dip level in fighter, so technically I am proficient.
Well,
in...
it's more that you feel
It just-
uneasy with it
yeah,
because
It's
Dragonbane.
it's like it's a thing that's made to kill you. Kind
Try
of
to
thing,
kill
you
your
know?
subtype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's got natural magics that feel just a little anathema to you. I feel like that's kind of one of those
It's a
things.
real
about,
good
like,
thing you didn't try to fight him.
Mhm.
Honestly, yeah. Because I honestly kind of like, I might have been a good one to fight him just because I don't think he would have been able to hit me. But then, yeah, no, if he hit me, I would have been. If he did that double crit on me, I would have been
toast.
dead. Yeah, I would have been dead. Because the 2d6 would have also been crit.
Mhm.
Or no, 1d6. Is it 2d? No, it's 2d6 for
2d6
Bane, yeah.
for Bane. It increases the plus by 2, so it's a plus 2 damage too, also, and plus 2 to attack.
It adds up.
Adds that up. Anyway, so you'll all settle in the mansion.
Okay, get a 9-course meal. Nice rooms.
We clean out all 3 buckets the orcs
and a
left.
bunch of stoats.
Sia will kind of address this and kind of like, did you plan to use this magic within Scarwall?
If it works, yes.
It might, but it also may not.
That was my concern.
I perhaps should explain some things about it. You face a very difficult approach to the castle itself. There are 3 ways. You could attempt to cross the lake, and then the Tarn worms will try to hunt you down. Aquatic creatures, distant cousins of purple worms that ravage the lake. Can sense when things move through the water, and feast. One perhaps you might be able to deal with, but a few. In the sky, there seems to be a group of gargoyles that have taken to the towers, along with a few bits of undead that patrol the airs. The main gateway, on the other hand, would be also difficult in certain ways. You'd have to get through the gates, and as far as we are aware, there is still a small bastion of defense.
Wait, the purple worms swim in the water? Wait, what?
They're a type of purple worm that swim. Pondworms,
okay.
they call them. They say it was
Okay.
a cousin of purple worms.
Okay, I got very confused for a second.
We don't want to deal with
Purple
that.
worms kind of suck, and you might be able if you cross the water, if you encounter them, you will encounter probably more than one of those, but kind of go.
Yeah.
So it's not impossible to cross by water, it is dangerous. Just the same with the sky, as there is flying undead, specters, shadows, wraiths, plus the gargoyles, which seem to have taken to the place and have found a way to coexist with the undead. Perhaps they were always there to begin with, or maybe they've made some deal with something like the Chained Spirit to allow themselves safety for protection of the skies. Regardless, it does mean that coming in from the air is difficult.
So what you're saying is we should cross the bridge.
You could use magic like teleportation to head in, but once you are in, no one can teleport out.
What about... Okay, no one can teleport out. The bridge. So is it safe to cross the bridge? Do they attack the bridge? Do the gargoyles attack the bridge?
You would be safe from the gargoyles or the spirits in the air, but as I said, a small battalion of forces seems to be positioned at the far end. Granted, they're more likely rabble soldiers of undead, but enough of them might be a difficult fight.
A
I'd
defensible
rather
choke
fight on
point
the ground
versus
than
two
in
open,
the
two
or
open
on the water.
groups with a bunch of terrible creatures. I'd rather fight the, especially when we have this one over here. I say, gesturing to Zardris, who can just blast them.
Beware of use of your power. For one thing, the entire land is desecrated, and there are some places where the undead are protected against it. The bridge, I doubt, will be, but you must be cautious for using such channeling such positive energy in a place so negative. The entire place is desecrated. Keep that in mind. Also, I would advise against trying to detect undead or evil in that place. It is itself evil, and the very building contains the souls of countless dead. So, you probably see all of them all at once. Not very pleasant. What I worry about is the dread of that place seeps into the minds of those that try to rest there, corrupting it and driving them a little bit insane, a little bit unable to find any peaceful sleep. Though you would create an extra-dimensional space like this one, the door still technically exists in a way, doesn't it?
Yes, that is the concern I had.
I would not know if its presence would be able to leak in through there. If you'd be able to close such a door, I think you'd be safe. Permanently closing it? Yes, you can teleport in, but not out.
And I assume you can also teleport within, so you can teleport from one part of
No.
the inside of the...
No,
Oh.
teleportation doesn't work in there.
Yes.
Got it.
Basically,
Under the
think-
effect of a, I think, dimensional anchor.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Because it probably stops things from escaping.
Yes, it stops. It's the dimensional anchor is basically keeping everything inside. It's part of the area that Wise keeps
Think-
hold of.
that's why if there's a lich or something in there, it can't just teleport out.
I think it would be wise to clear the bridge so we have a safe means in and out.
Oh, I'm sorry. The entire place is unhallowed. Yeah, so. I do not think the unhallowed could be removed even if you were powerful to try to. Not while the curse upon this place exists. If your demiplane has teleportation in the spell description, I do not know if it would work.
He said it does not have.
Let me see here.
Oh, but it does. Oh no, it does have. Never mind. I read that wrong.
A standard action, check features of demi-plane. I would like to see how you enter into it. Yeah, it's a creation zone.
It's a circle that you walk into.
By teleporting into it. Then yes, you could create the demi-plane, you just couldn't enter the demi-plane while you were in there.
Well,
that one
manor
specifically
is just a door that I create.
Yeah, so that one would block off the effects of the place, but the problem is you couldn't enter it because you're teleporting and not creating an active door.
Yeah,
with Dimensional Anchor, it does prevent teleportation.
Yeah, but the reason is the manor, the Magnificent Manor won't.
Manor is another dimension.
Keep out the evil though.
Because it's got a. It might not, because the
well,
the horrible aura
manor
of this place. Yeah. As I said, different areas, sometimes positive energy and good is suppressed. As much as the unhollow is the general effect. But in places where some of the more powerful undead are, you might have to contend with that. Just be ready. Certainly, I believe someone of persuasion and use of it would have an idea of when they would feel the effects of this, much more than the
outside conditions do not affect the mansion.
Okay.
So nothing would get into the mansion.
Yeah.
Is the door made of force, or is it just a door? How does the door function?
It just looks like a door. It's actually a portal.
It looks like a door, but only we can enter it.
Yeah.
Only people I specify.
Okay.
I think, if I'm reading it correctly.
That's what it says.
So things couldn't wander in and open it. It's invisible. So normal undead wouldn't be able to see it.
Only those you designate may enter, and the portal is shut and made invisible behind when you enter. So it's a portal, yeah. So it's technically a portal, not just a door.
But it's not a teleportation.
And the last sentence in it is conditions. This is a special portal. Outside conditions do not affect the mansion, nor do conditions inside it pass the plane beyond.
Good plan would be to clear the bridge and then try it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, we just use the bridge.
The last thing that you must be worried about is if you would perhaps fall in that place, it would be very dangerous. Souls that fall within Scarwall are trapped by it.
I don't know, kind of think for a couple of moments. Then turn to the group.
So you say they're trapped. Could one potentially be raised within it, should we have the materials?
I do not know. It would be probably difficult. I would assume you would have to have the materials at hand and ready and be able to break the soul-binding abilities of the of Scarwall, even if it would be temporary.
Basically, out of character, we have a scroll of raised dead.
You would have to successfully dispel the effect temporarily, and it is a very high level, so it's not impossible for any of you.
It's an extra layer.
It is an extra layer to resurrect within there.
We could probably just take the body out, though.
No, the soul's trapped.
No, because the soul's trapped, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why
be careful
you have to
about
do it
dying
inside.
in there. Yeah.
Bad mechanic.
Yeah.
Actual bad mechanic.
Hey, it makes death actually
on death, you do get a will save against it, technically. So, I mean, it might not matter. I guess just your average person...
Save.
Yeah. Technically, you need the soul for resurrection. It's usually the body you don't need much of.
Yeah, technically, it's like the soul must be able and willing to return to the body.
Also be careful. Your ability to control things within Scarwall may be only temporarily, if you have any, to control the undead. Scarwall controls anything that enters into it in a similar way. It binds them to them instantly. As soon as an undead would enter, mechanically, a binding spell is basically cast on any undead that enter into Scarwall at first, and I think you get will saves to overcome it technically, but it's very difficult as long as the curse is there.
Okay.
So
Ivona will kind of think for a couple of moments while this conversation is going on.
mhm. You're not technically undead, so you're okay.
Yeah.
It might not feel good to you, and there might be strange, like, it's trying to enter into your mind, but doesn't do the same as, like, a normal undead. So, you
If
might
I
worry about
have a request from you, my companions, please keep an eye on me.
Oh,
I'm not undead, but I'm close enough.
I'll keep an eye
Very
on
well.
you always.
Should you start biting people, I will make certain to knock
It
you
won't
out
be
and
your
bring you
blood
out.
I'd go after.
I didn't
I'm
say
a psychic
try and suck our
vampire.
blood. I just said biting us. Oh, you're a psychic vampire. I see. Well, you do drink blood, though. Well, that's usually
Only-
of dead people.
It's a spell.
If any of you use spirits, I would advise against it, since this place devours them. Also be careful when trying to speak with the dead. If you choose to do that, you might hear all the other voices that are there. It seems
Other
as
than me
though
looking at the corpse and going, "Hello, I don't speak with dead."
and attempts to find information about them could be useful, but you must contend with the fact that the countless folks that died there to begin with, the slaughter that occurred, all those spirits, once everything went to, well, what it is, got drawn up in anger, have infested the place even more. Wonderful thing, isn't it?
Let's see. So I'm at 9 lines of do's and do nots, and that's also not just doing them in sentences. So probably like 10
I feel like
do's and
truly a lot of this will not come up.
Yes.
I know. I'm just writing it all down in the notes.
The only one that
None of-
definitely will come up is if one of you dies.
Yes. None of
mean-
you use magic jar or possession, so that doesn't come up.
Yeah.
Speak with that is an option. It's just you have.
We'd
to
have
make
no
it-
reason to do it here.
I mean,
yeah.
the other thing
I have
is
a
zero control
question that I
undead
just
won't
thought
work.
of.
What? Well, the control undead could wrest it away for a little bit, but the place basically
Fights
quickly would fight back. It wouldn't be very long.
How is this going to affect Our Lady in the Harrow deck?
She's not a
Good
ghost.
question. She's not a ghost, but she still might be affected by it.
Yeah.
Not to the same degree as the other spirits, but
Also, we should do a harrow
Because-
reading before going in.
yeah. You get one. It would probably be suggested because she was originally a spirit that became a magic item that basically, became the intelligence of item. It still means that she has basically a soul. So it could affect her. Maybe keeping her in an extra dimensional space might be good, and or not bringing her in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could just leave her with our friends who are going to be camping outside.
Yeah.
She can
That's
just be
why I just
kept
thought
in the
about it. I'm
bag
like,
for-
wait a minute, we have,
Good call, because that actually is a thing that can affect her. Not to the same degree as any other spirit. It's not instantaneous like a lot of other
okay,
stuff,
Zardris.
but it ain't
It's apparently
great.
she's apparently protecting Zardris in some way.
She was the one that basically gave Zardis some protection from the spiritual abilities.
right, but I don't think she has to be there to give the protection. She already gave it.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see. I remember now. Yeah. I don't think she has to be present. It's just, right?
Technically not at this point in time. Yeah. Yeah, but neither of you are spiritualist or spirit shaman, because those guys just have a lot of problems when dealing stuff in here. Uh-huh. Specifically, they kick those two classes in the balls. I'm not lying.
I mean, like, you shouldn't play those anyways. One's overcomplicated, one's kind of bad.
I mean, I know Zardris says, like, keep them together, but I think it's important. I think we should ask the magic item if she wants to.
The item is a consenting being.
She'd be fine, especially if, like...
Yeah, we can just put her in a bag of holding.
Yeah, if it would,
I mean, I know it'll be... I know it'll probably be fine out of character, but, like, in character might be like, we should probably let her decide.
Well...
If she wants to enter or not.
How are we feeling after that duel? Are you okay, Khandes?
We should definitely wait a day.
Now that we got heals, I'm better, but I mean, if you want me at full power...
I think we should help set up base camp and get things ready before going in.
Clear the bridge at the very least, when we're rested.
Very well, we can clear the bridge and then come back.
Because I have to remember to say to people also, though you approached directly with Xiao and Laurus, you did have some other people that were going to come help and make sure to pierce the barrier, remember?
Yeah.
That they were going to leave them.
Oh wait, I thought, sorry,
Akram,
I thought
Kroshin, Trina, and God, I think...
Is the barrier in the middle of the bridge, on the other side of the bridge?
Probably a little bit off from the bridge is where you initially enter into the aura, because it kind of encompasses a lot of the lake, basically.
Okay. Yeah, so we probably have to wait then.
The Tarnworms have been here long enough that they just don't give a goddamn fuck about it, you know? And they're also
they're just like half corrupted, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're like horrible worm monsters anyway, so... you know. Plenty of things enter into the barrier and then get kind of like basically eaten up by the place in part of it. You know, it's like you submit or be like devoured kind of thing. Yeah. So, you could signal for them to move up then whenever you want, as, you know, you were moving up to secure the area. And they can then, you know, break it effectively. You will be granted the, a little bit of help with, Pandogu to get in there. Because remember, the spirits are basically giving you protection. What's the exact stats for this? I have to remember those and let you know. Because you got those.
Oh, I thought it was just plot stuff.
No.
We have some ghost touch stuff.
Yeah, you chose to either make your weapon Undead Bane or Armor or Shield into Ghost Touch. And you also got, you can automatically save, or change a failure against the death effect to a success. Once.
I did Ghost Shield.
I did Weapon.
Because I don't have any weapons, so...
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I also did Armor because I don't have a weapon. So.
I did Weapon because maybe I can kill things faster then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes sense. So the effects of being of her helping you inside will kind of like effectively, once you are ready to sort of secure the bridge, you can call for them. They're going to technically head back to the other base camp the Shwanti people had made, so they're going to journey back. Once they are done here, if you need to kind of like come out to the Barbican and teleport to them to get like assistance or anything, that's their plan to go there. But statistically, your blessings of your good celestial friend here will do a couple of things for you. It will help against the soul trapping. It won't be as... Basically, you'll get some bonuses against that. And, me. Question mark? Zardris?
So, was it we can turn a failure on a death's effect to a success?
Yes. Once.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the one that you rescued originally. Yeah. You gave parole to. Yeah. She is kind of a bitch, but she's helping you out here.
It is a little bit helpful.
Because basically, she ensured that she basically made a barrier to prevent the Order from continuing any farther. The influence of the castle, it's hard to say how far it would have spread, but she ensured that it could go beyond the lake.
Have a second Ustalov.
I mean, I don't think the Hold would have been happy with that, but it could have happened. Just more anger. They blame the Whispering Tyrant all over again.
I mean, he's an asshole.
He shouldn't whisper. He needs to speak up.
I mean, he whispers about his anger about this guy that's dead. He's like, I totally wanted to murder this man, and he's dead now, and I'm sad.
I'd yell about it.
I would have slaughtered you if you weren't already dead! Now who will I murder in my vengeance?
Yourself.
Anyway, enough of that. Alright, so you will be basically granted a blessing as you approach the border to allow you easy access in and out of there. The curse of the place is not going to be suppressed by her abilities, but basically it'll make it easier for you to move in and out smoothly, because you are kind of like entering into a thing that's meant to keep things in like many degrees, It's hard to leave when you go in there. Turns out, for a lot of reasons. And, now it's not so hard for you. Just a little bit. Alright, yeah. And then they will be on their way. I'm gonna keep it simple. It's kind of like getting you up to the border on the area of the bridge, and then kind of like making a couple of motions and stuff like that, and she's gonna be like, look, technically speaking, this doesn't have to be quite as fancy, but I guess it's one of those things I'm supposed to do with giving blessings or something. You may walk amongst it, let its blessings wash over you once you escape. Effectively, what it'll do is, if you leave and you're afflicted by some of the darkness of this place, the Order may purify from you it, rather than keeping you from getting out at all. That's what it normally would do if you were afflicted by it. Keeping the curses and stuff out. But now it'll just try to drive it from your body.
That's a much better outcome.
Well, I mean, it's only for you, because it's best just to keep all that stuff in there. It's kind of...
Yes. We don't want anything coming out.
Exactly. Alright, well, I've done my job. Let's get out of here. Good luck!
Thank you.
Akram's just gonna kind of scratch his head for a second and be like, good luck. If you need us, it'll take us some time to return. We're heading back to the Shwanti camp.
Safe travels.
Thank you. We considered staying here, especially securing it, but it's perhaps best not to leave too many individuals here, regardless. Who knows when, either those orcs may gain more of a backbone, or some people they were keeping away might gain a backbone and decide to do stuff. It seems like your associates are more than willing to test it. Safety sake. Sure.
Understood.
Good night. Right. Why don't we take our break now, before we get into you trying to secure the bridge, and then we'll jump back into here where I can kind of describe how the bridge is and what your journey across it will be like as we do that part. So if you need to get snack, drink, bathroom break, or anything like that, please go ahead and do that, and we'll be back in a bit. And have us return from break, and we are back. Welcome back, everybody. Are you ready to continue the adventures? Alright, so, now that you have your way into Scarwall, I assume you're going to make the long march across the causeway.
I believe that is the best course of action.
Oh, is it a causeway or a bridge?
It is a causeway, they call it. So, it's basically a high bridge. It crosses the vast expanse of the black water between the Barbican Gate and the entrance to the Castle Scarwall. It's ornate and an excellent... Okay. You're gonna ask something?
I just want to say... what a causeway is it's where the ground itself has been built up to create a bridge rather than a bridge going over.
They call it a causeway in the language here. Don't complain to me.
A causeway can also just be a bridge, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
There are bridges just called the causeway.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking this up.
It is just called the causeway. Yeah, anyway. It's ornate and in excellent condition, with only a few tenacious patches of moss and lichen clinging to here and there. High arched columns reach from the waters below to support the broad span, each marked with a pair of sinister gargoyles that stare out over the dark lake. A pair of these statues flank the great archway that encompasses the near end of the bridge. So it is 20 feet wide, a low 3-foot balustrade on each side. It's entirely smooth cobbled. It's about 80 feet above the surface of the lake and 400 feet long. And every 40 feet is where one of these places come out. So it's every 40 feet are the gargoyles and where the bridge goes down into the water.
Because the other definition of... Because the causeway could also be a bridge that's very low and very basically just on top of the water. But then it's 80 feet above, so it's not that either.
Anyways.
Sorry, I'm just annoyed at the terminology.
It's not my terminology. Thank you very much.
I know. I'm not annoyed at you. I'm just annoyed at the terminology.
Yes. You can see at the very end is the front gate to Scarwall. Oh, I can show the... Wait, give me a second.
I'm sure you have a picture of Scarwall somewhere.
I do have a picture of Scarwall.
This dungeon will be here for like 6 sessions in.
There you go.
That's a dungeon.
Yeah. A long walk over to Scarwall. And that's what... This is the nicest looking image I could find of Scarwall. There's like 2 images.
That is kind of low, I will admit.
In the art, it's kind of low, but they describe it in the actual information as 80 feet, because again, there are like 2 pictures, and they're okay. And this is the one from the current book, which is very artistic. There was a weird-looking one in the old book. I'm going to tell you that one. Anyway, I thought about using that one, but... So at the far end, there are twin warrior statues standing at attention to the main gate, with pale flame that rises from the tip of their spears 30 feet up. Torches are set into the entryway tunnel leading to the main gate to provide some illumination that you can see there are massive gates that are closed in the lower portcullis. As you begin to cross the bridge and basically reach about midpoint, you will see the portcullis raise and the main gates open, and a march of soldiers come out to meet you on the bridge. It seems to be a platoon of about 12 heavily armored skeletons, led by a skeletal warrior astride a skeletal horse. Did you take any of your evil cleric-y people with you? Sandravan people. They could have stayed back, or you could have brought one or both of them with you.
Do we want to bring them?
Up to you.
I am neutral.
I am now even more annoyed at terminology, because platoons are not that small.
It might be wise to bring them, at least for the bridge.
Because we were we were going to do the bridge, try the mansion, and if it doesn't work, retreat and rest for the day because we didn't actually take a rest.
Yeah, we haven't really done anything rest-wise today yet.
One that I need. These are the general soldiers, you will see.
Edgy.
Their eyes are glowing.
Yeah,
Makes
I
sense,
okay.
they're
I actually
skeletons.
do like the
This-
touch.
This is the man that seems to be leading them on
If you
horseback.
touch that man, you get tetanus.
I do want to say the fact that their shields are a dragon's wing is a very nice touch.
And
They used to be.
this is what he rides upon.
Also makes
And
sense.
As it is technically floating slightly above the ground and flying.
I'm glad I don't have a horse because it can't eat it then.
He is a dude riding a nightmare, leading the troops.
Makes perfect sense to me.
As they kind of approach this point, put yourselves on the other end of that long bridge there, if you would. You're down here.
I guess this guy's here technically. Great.
Walkers.
And I guess because you brought them for this one, there's this lady here, and I didn't make a token for him because I forgot to actually.
Nah, it's fine.
It's just this guy here is the other dude.
Yeah, they got like a weird custom token now for those guys. For no
Yeah, for
token
the
boys.
general NPCs. Yeah, they're a little bit more flavored. Anyway.
I like
So, just so you know, Tantus,
Mhm.
any of the undead would have to make a DC 12 will save to notice me, or I'm invisible to them.
I mean, as soon as you
If
attack
they're
them, it
intelligent.
breaks it.
Yeah, well, if I attack them, it breaks it, but...
I will
until I
have to
attack.
roll 14 saves, because there's 14 creatures here, and they're all intelligence. These are...
More work for the DM. Wah!
They are skeletal champions, and that is a skeletal nightmare run pot by this thing. He will cut out a commanding voice. Surrender your souls to Scarwall invaders. You shall either pass dead, or not at all.
Boy, that's not going to happen.
Formation!
How about we can pass alive, or you, or we throw you into the water in pieces.
All the soldiers will kind of they're lined up in, very much so, militaristic fashion, and, they will kind of all, have their swords kind of drawn out and kind of, get it into, a combat position as they are, no, you're being ignored.
Got it.
Are they getting in combat position?
Well, they've given you an ultimatum, and, your response
Well,
was...
I'm gonna cast a spell.
You will have to roll initiative, then, as they
I
are...
was gonna do it as he was saying it, but okay.
No catching people monologuing.
That's not how D&D works, but alright. I will push this initiative button. Are you happy?
I mean, the way I see it in
Sometimes.
D&D, the moment you start to do something, initiative is rolled, so if they're watching you, technically...
It's not really how
Combat
it
has
works,
started.
but alright.
I rolled a 1.
That's how I treat it, because otherwise it's annoying. From a GM perspective.
It's kind of hard to kind of judge the timings of it sometimes. Anyway, I'm gonna... I forgot to set up this control. Bunch. That's my bad. Okay, let me roll initiative for some folks. Okay. Where is your sheet? Sheet. There you go. Down.
Okay.
Well, there.
And let me. Oh, what was that? Oh god. Fucking something Windows did.
Okay.
It's fine. It didn't break. It's all good. Anyway. I'll put this in order, and I'll color the rest as I need to from the. Okay. All right then. How was your speed on this thing?
Who's gonna charge?
He's definitely going to charge.
It's gonna start to get real bad for him in a second.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So he is going to. How much distance is that? I measured this just a second ago. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. So, Ada, what is your flat-footed AC?
It is 27.
Okay. Then it will miss you as it will charge by and then keep going for a distance. Flying through the air. He's just basically going to fly up and kind of swung up, kind of like going down, as he will ride by attack you. I'm just gonna move him kind of off to the side because
He's somewhere currently.
he's way down beyond, back on above the bridge. Okay, Zardris.
Sorry. So I was like, I could flame strike, but they're really far away. No, I have a 100-foot radius. So I'm just gonna
Hell
flame
yeah.
strike all of the
Boom.
skeleton boys.
Okay.
Big boom.
That's some good damage too. 10-foot radius, so you certainly could just
Not a single one.
detonate all of them. Okay. Good news and bad news. Good news is I'm just deleting this entire thing because yes, they're just skeletal champions. They're better than your normal skeleton, but not by a lot. Anyway, Ada, there's a guy 90 foot back behind the way you came, so I'm gonna just kind of reverse your team now. I'm actually just gonna kind of move your entire team up a little bit. I'm just gonna do this with you, and measure out 90 feet behind, or 85 feet behind.
Here.
Okay, hold on.
Here-ish.
Yeah, he's
Why?
here-ish, yeah.
You have that. You have that.
He's got a lot of speed on this thing.
That could
Does
be
he
a
have force
fun
use of
one.
Zephyr?
I don't think he does. I think it's just weird
just-
undead nightmares are fast. Nightmares are fast. He's got a skeleton.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna turn into a swan.
Okay.
Because swans have a 90-foot fly speed.
Okay.
But I'm not actually gonna do anything because that's my action. and I'd rather not just go up and engage him for no reason other than to do so. But I should be able to keep up with him a little better.
I could roll initiative for best person. And okay. Then we go to no. Sorry, just forgot to add some people. Can someone roll Tavel? Because I don't think I'm gonna roll Tavel.
I don't know if we're gonna need Tavel.
Okay.
Well,
but sure.
With him at range, we might.
I guess Tavel could go.
Yeah, I'll just press the button. Hold on.
Yeah.
Machine gun, go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So. There'll be some hits into him. I have to calculate some things then. He will do some damage. Okay. But it definitely looks like Tavel is less effective against this guy. He's a skeleton. Turns out arrows are terrible against skeletons.
I mean, you can buy bludgeoning arrows, but I did. Tavel's not like
they are weird, but yes, you can. Ronnie, what are you going to do?
Oh, bludgeoning arrows are just blunted.
Yep.
Alright, so first thing I'm doing is casting Divine Favor on myself as an action.
Yep.
So old Buffy buff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm a melee person, so my hammer's coming out, my shield's up. In Pathfinder, can we move through people? Is that legal?
Allies you can
yes.
move through without any problem.
Okay.
Yep, we learned that a little bit ago. A few sessions ago.
I am wearing heavy, so that is 20. I'm gonna double move.
Okay.
I'm a little low on the slower side.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be my turn. Shield is up, and I'm ready to smash somebody whenever I can.
Okay.
Pass turn.
Ivona.
Okay. I'm gonna move up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Be in
apparently I had
range.
something turned on that I shouldn't have. My flat-footed AC should have been 22, meaning he should have hit me.
Move here.
Oh, so should have hit
For the 26
Okay.
damage.
It's not that much. It's more than that. I'm sorry to say. I will have to roll more.
Yeah, because I still had my diminutive clicked on from when I was a sparrow.
I will have to roll that 2 more times because it's triple damage. It's a lance.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm honest.
I was on the table. I just realized I double moved when I shouldn't be able to because I cast a spell. So I'm gonna undo that.
Okay.
It'll be fine, probably.
I'm gonna roll 2 more d8s. Just roll. Okay. Oh, well, minimum damage on those. So I rolled 26 before this. 28 plus. Let me do some math. 8 plus 19 plus 19. It'll be 66 damage he dealt you with that blow.
Okay.
As he spiritedly hit into you. Mounted combat on a flying thing is gross. I like this guy.
Yeah,
He's
but...
probably gonna die, but I like him. He already is
I mean,
dead.
I'll be fine from now on. My AC is now 31.
So what were you doing, Ivona?
I need his horse making a fortitude save.
Okay.
Baleful
Let me grab
polymorphing
my
time?
DC. Okay, I have my DC.
Is it Baleful polymorph time?
It would be immune to that. It's a skeleton.
No, it's not that.
Alright. Next button. Okay.
14. It fails. What spell was I casting? It's this one. Yeah. So I'm gonna just press the button. Oh, I have to roll it. I've done this wrong. I have to roll a ray attack first. Shit. Hold on.
Okay, that makes a difference.
I have to actually hit first.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey,
14 against his
once
touch,
you're not
which it's a
attacking
nightmare.
into melee.
So I think it's
That will
gonna.
actually not touch it.
Yeah, that's what I assume. I was hoping to roll a little higher. I took a gamble.
It wasn't
happens.
too bad.
Okay, that's my turn.
Well,
I
for
mean-
once, you were actually not raying into melee, which is sad that you finally failed. You
I mean,
failed the
he-
one
he
time.
also
It's a
te-
night. It was a gamble. Nightmares have good touch.
And he technically has mounted combat, which means once per
Yep.
turn he can use a ride check to negate one attack, which
Yeah.
he might have used on a magic
Womp
spell.
womp. I was hoping to roll a little higher.
I mean that also is not a bad thing to get rid of the negate an attack against your mount.
That's my turn.
I mean, so someone was joking about attacking as me attacking as a goose. I am now a swan.
All right,
It is goose time.
Khandes, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to try something.
Mhm.
I will move up 20 feet.
Okay. That's good call.
And I'm going to Ray of Enfeeblement him.
Okay. So, you have to make a touch attack.
Ray of enfeeblement.
So that's what, range touch attack, so just hit the
Yes.
range button.
Okay. So, Khandes, this is something that you will now have learned. Your Ray of Enfeeblement does not work on this guy, unfortunately.
He is undead.
Yes. They have a lot of immunities, and Khandes would not know all those immunities.
No, it's one of the, it was either that or Gloombind bolts, which those are negative energy, and I'm like, yeah, that's probably
Yeah,
not a good
that
thing
one's
to
a
shoot at
bad.
him.
You know enough from Ivona existing that that's probably a bad idea.
Very true.
I mean, it's negative energy from the plane of shadow.
Okay, Howard, I have to look at your goddamn character sheet.
Because it was either that or chuck a javelin at him.
There you are, Lowry. What can you do to assist with this entire thing here? Well...
Well, I don't know if he
You
could
can
see,
cast
but
sadomagnetism!
Hell yeah. Do it.
on the horse.
I don't know. It's technically...
Well, it's something.
It might actually be affected by it, because it's not a mind effect, it's a necromancy pain spell. When you cast the subject spell, anytime you dealt damage, attacker must make damage. Roll the damage twice and take the higher result. Oh yeah. Okay. You know what? She is actually. Oh no, that's Okay, it's just protective against yourself. Gotcha. It's so she's not really helpful here. I'm not gonna lie. I guess she'll cast sadomasochism on herself just so she has it.
It's not like the worst buff. I mean, if she gets attacked, then
If she did felt damage, he rolls twice and takes the lower against her. You know, and also some other bad things happen in person. So hey, you, I'm just gonna summon a second thing here because he's gonna summon his Eidolon. I mean, it's what thing he would do. She might have already been there, honestly. So
Well, she would have.
Actually, you roll twice.
Instead.
I'm looking at the spell. You roll twice and then take the higher.
oh, sorry, yeah. Anyway, you know what? He's going
Basically, you both do it against each other, though. Like you do it when you attack, and they also do it to you.
He's going
Each time.
to cast, honestly, create invisibility on himself, so he can't be
I see him.
targeted. Yeah, you see him.
Wait.
and just
Do
leave.
we still have the monocles?
Permanency.
No.
Oh,
we still have the monocles.
Yeah, I still have it technically.
So I might actually be because it wouldn't be. I'd just be able to see through the monocle.
The monocles don't
Yeah.
share the enchantment. Of the eyeballs.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I had a thought for a second, but then I realized that would have been fun.
That would be nice, but
Because I'm like, dang it, I can't do anything now.
I mean, I can point out where he is. The best I can do, and you would have a chance.
Basically, yeah, I'd be rolling against concealment, which is like what, like a 50-50?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because like I target a square, so you can point to what square, but then I still have like a 50-50 miss chance.
But you get a bunch of attacks, so
True.
you might.
Man, if only the PSFR D20 would be working a little bit better, I could check something a little bit easier and not have to, like, move around to a lot more places.
I mean, Archives of Nethys actually works pretty good now.
Yeah, I should probably use that a little bit more for the
Like they actually have a search function that's pretty good.
Yeah, I just was used to the other one, It might be that at this point in time they've finally been fixing up stuff enough and it might be time to switch to
I haven't had any problems with
PSFR D20.
PSFR, yeah.
It's easy to
Unless
navigate,
I've been
but
on it for a while, and then I have to refresh the page.
the thing is, this search doesn't work on it right now.
Oh, the search works for me fine.
It's not appearing at the top of my screen. When I try to get to work, it's not doing that.
Oh,
It's fine.
Yeah. So it's not working for me.
I don't know then.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, so it's 50. It's just straight up a 50% miss chance. So like you can point me to him, but I just have 50-50 of every attack missing.
All right.
Better than nothing?
Yeah, it is better than nothing. I agree.
What? Who's invisible?
He is. Wait, but
casts
is
greater
his horse?
invisibility. That's a good question.
No, he's invisible.
Yeah,
The
so-
cleric's invisible. Why would you attack our cleric?
Oh.
That's not the
I
horse
thought-
guy.
No,
I
that's
thought you said
the
horse
summoner
was
went invisible. The summoner went invisible next
Oh.
to
I thought you
Nidalon.
meant the skeleton.
Don't kill our ally.
I thought you meant the skeleton.
Okay. I did
No. Anyway, I think he's just gonna wheel around and do the same thing again because that's honestly his best maneuver is flying around and just carrying you people. I guess I'll just, charge into the next person, which is, I guess, this nice war priest lady.
Godspeed.
So technically, you don't get an attack of opportunity, but anybody else, well, probably anybody on
Khandes
this.
technically does.
Khandes would,
Maybe.
and
I'm not.
Laura-
Oh yeah, I have reach. So
yeah,
I
anybody,
even if I didn't, and he
Anybody-
hurts someone that I can reach.
anybody on this death line would be like,
Winch
be able to-
line.
I have
But
to,
well, it doesn't matter for me. I don't have a weapon.
I need to step
Oh, I could as well, or would he steer
You could-
up before that?
You could. No, he's just staying at the same height.
Who's getting
He's just-
charged?
Cleric.
No,
Okay.
Ronnie is. Ronnie
Oh,
is.
Ronnie.
okay.
Oh,
Your
Ronnie.
war
I'm
priest.
sorry.
Ronnie's out in front. That's why.
Yeah.
So Ronnie, you're getting land stat powerfully. With ride by attack, you cannot get out of the way. But he's also going to skim the ground a little bit and try to trample you and then move up. So basically, kind of sweeping above everybody. So basically, he's being a dick. He's using mounted combat to his advantage.
So is this like an attack against my AC, or am I just like...
He's attacking against your AC. Does a 30 hit you?
It does not. 31 is the magic number.
Ooh, he will
Nice.
miss you.
Oh.
You'll be able to basically block it just barely.
I got my
Parry him.
We both have 31 AC right now.
Beautiful.
Now I have to check.
Parry him and
And then
stab
we
in the
get
back.
attacks of opportunity.
You will in a second here. I just have to see what this does. He's doing one more thing with one of his abilities. Archives of Nethys is just a little slower than the other, but at least I can search it. Anyway. Okay. You will also get one of these against you, which is probably not going to hit, but it might. No. Okay, it's the first one. You also get a hoof against you. Now, I guess Ivona, Khandes, Lowry, basically everybody gets an attack of opportunity.
I'm going to attack the horse.
Fucking have a weapon?
What?
I mean, I guess I could push this knife button. I'll bonk him with my staff.
You can bonk, Zardris. You are within range.
I missed.
Okay.
Do I don't get attack of opportunity, I'm assuming, because I got...
You're the only one that doesn't because of the abilities.
Yeah, because I got the big trample.
Uh-huh.
I respect that. I'm under hoof, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay.
26 hit the horse.
Let me find out if it does or not.
I got a 24.
Uh, 26 would hit the nightmare.
Wee.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 24 hit?
You mean a 39?
Oh, sorry, you're right, 39. I was looking at the damage.
I mean, yes.
Okay, that was very
31
different.
damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I did 24 damage.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's 55 between the two of us.
I mean,
just looking at the wrong numbers.
yes. You will do some damage to the nightmare, I guess. You're targeting the nightmare?
I am.
Can you? I don't... With mounted combat, I think there's other rules against it. I have to look up mounted combat now.
Okay, if not, then I'll...
With the attacks of opportunity, I think, it's like, that's the thing, it's mounted combat for attacks of opportunity. You might be able to. But AoE attacks of opportunity, I'm not as familiar with mounted combat. You know?
Yeah.
Let's see. Rules, mounted combat, horses, pony, blah, blah, blah. Your mount acts in your initiative. Mount charges.
Charges, yeah.
They see penalties for the charge.
I think they're fine, yeah. I don't think there's anything super special about it. He tried to avoid one of the attacks and did not.
I just figured it's smart to try to target the horse, because if that gets down, he's on the ground again.
True. Anyway, okay. Tavel.
There you go.
Okay. Okay. Mark damage. Zardris, what do you want to do?
I want to make a ranged touch attack. It's versus touch AC. Does that touch him?
That would touch this man.
Okay, I'm gonna click this button. There's a lot of dice that are gonna roll. You need to make sure which one is correct.
Okay.
They're different.
He's not vulnerable to bright light, so he's the...
He's 37.
Yeah, the 37. Yes.
Yeah, he's 37.
I
Just
don't
for
think
the
he has any
undead.
save or anything against it, so he just takes 37.
It's just a touch attack.
Yes.
Unless he has spell resistance, but
He does not.
He's a man on a horse.
He is a man on a horse.
An ugly man, in ugly armor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw his skull into the lake when we're done.
Swan.
Swada. Okay. So I assume 90 fly speed can get to him.
He did charge
Sure.
us.
He did charge.
Okay.
I have to reverse you again because this battle's the battle of reversing. There you go. He's like, that's
Like
not
here,
it.
somewhere.
I'm grabbing Ada. Whoops. Ada
Bringing the
back
swan
there.
along with. The swan's up front now, so...
He's like, back over here then. There you go. Swan's within range.
Oh, also that would be a charge. So 36 technically.
Okay.
And then I should technically do 2 more damage?
Wow.
Right? I forgot to click the charge button, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it's just 2 attack, so it's just +2 to attack, -2 to AC.
Okay. Were you targeting him or the swamp? Or the nightmare?
Honestly, I might as well target the nightmare?
Okay. Alright, then I will do this.
Because
and he will
we've all
drop to
been
the
targeting...
ground. A 5-foot
So
drop
just-
to his ground. He'll kind of like land with a thud as this like beast kind of like tears away. As he'll kind of like break himself away from it and like, you know, turn to face you. Anyway,
And then I shift stances and we're good.
mhm.
I went to defensive stance because...
Ronnie.
All right. So. Yeah. Since this guy's just kind of like charging us down.
Well, not
Well,
anymore
now
because
he's not flying.
Yeah, he's
just-
not
just
flying,
kinda
he's now on
far
the
away
ground.
now.
he's just far away and
Yep.
fighting a swan right now.
He might kill that swan.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
chance.
So that just means I'm gonna go, you know, another 20 feet. Yeah, I'm just gonna double move because I'm a slow gal. Hold on. I'm gonna move once. Then I do anything.
You could run in a straight line and go like 80.
Yeah, if you run in a straight line, you can move.
What is this in this game? Haha. Sorry, I played
Yeah.
too much 5e. We don't do a whole lot of running there. So
Yeah.
that's.
You're almost there to help out. You're here to help, Swan!
Don't worry, Swan. Next turn, baby. I'm gonna I can heal you. I can hit this guy. We got options. But
Ivona.
that's next turn.
I cast the most magical spell of all
Mhm.
because I have a lot of useful stuff prepped right now.
Oh wait, I'm an idiot.
I'm gonna press.
I have pounce.
Takes
Oh, yeah.
3 magic missile damage.
Hold on.
Pouncing
As I use
swan.
another
I have to
charge of
roll.
the wand.
Mhm.
A pouncing swan.
Mhm.
Can I roll my other attack?
I guess you can roll your other attacks. You get one other attack. Sure.
Pouncing swan.
Oh, that did not work. Why did that not work? Screw it. I'll just do it next time.
Okay. Khandes! The battle has moved very far away!
I run up behind Ada.
Okay.
Because technically, I just get my full attack.
They're
So
not
I
going to
can
do anything. Mhm.
Although, arguably, he would drop out of my range, technically, so... We'll just say that's what happened.
I guess there's a swan in the way, and he doesn't see he doesn't really see the swan as a threat, so he's just gonna step up to like.
Swan
take
killed his
on-
horse, I want to point out.
Yeah, but
Swan
he's like,
literally killed his horse.
yeah, but it's like he probably thinks of it like a summoned creature. Foul summoned
But
beast.
still, it
It killed his horse.
killed his horse.
All right,
let's
fine.
be real. Let's be real. When you see a swan kill a horse, would you be surprised?
I don't know if I would.
He also, I think, saw you turn into a swan.
He might have
yeah,
seen
no,
that.
he should have.
Yeah.
He should have seen that. That's
Fine.
He's
all.
not blind.
Yeah, he'll just try to sward you. Longsword. Man, we're not good
You're good.
rolls.
Nope, that should not hit me. Let me double
Ooh.
check though. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Tavel.
Press these buttons, I guess. And then
Mhm.
Tavel's go to bed forever.
Mhm. Okay. Some arrows will impact a man. Some damage will be dealt. Alright. Zardris.
Tavel lays down and takes a nap.
That seems... Damn you, Tavel, and your narcolepsy. Just Joseph. It's like, Tavel, not right now.
I move slightly closer in order to be within range of the spell.
Okay.
And then I summon forth the sun.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm gonna hit this reflex.
Power of the sun.
Actually, that was fine.
It's DC 25. He's
That's
not
a high sun DC.
Yeah, he's blind now, I'm pretty sure.
He might be vulnerable to that because of sunbeam.
No, he doesn't have eyes.
In addition to being results in
But does he have actual eyes?
he
or...
might, yeah, he might not be blinded because he's
Is he immune to blindness in his
He'd have
stat
to
block?
be immune to it because
Technically,
this doesn't
undead are immune
specify
to a
eyes.
lot of stuff. I have to look that up.
Dead Pathfinder. The
I
template.
can't remember.
let's see.
Pipes.
I mean, this literally is a spell designed to attack undead.
Blindness
It
is not
is.
listed on undead's immunities
So
from a quick control shift search. or whatever.
yes,
I got 3 more turns of this.
Yes.
Yeah, it's only oozes are immune to blinded.
Or
Which
there
makes
are
sense because
creatures
they just
who
have no eyes.
have no eyes.
I think it's less that you're actually like burning out his eyes. I just can't see in the light.
You're burning out his magical eyes.
You just can't see anything right now. Okay. And it was
His
12
glowing blue
damage.
eyes are no longer glowing.
Swan.
Swan!
Mm-hmm.
Will this be his swan song?
Who knows? Maybe.
And
I just had to make the bad joke.
paste.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
It's a lot of swanning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
Some of these attacks hit. Why are they 0.5s?
what do you mean?
5 versus undead.
How are you doing 0.5?
13.5
You
damage,
can't do half.
5.5
You can't do
damage.
half a point of damage.
How the frick? Oh, I need to fix that. So because you add, yeah. So I just need to do a round down. Sorry about that. Round that down because technically, you do like half. Because technically they're secondary attacks, so you do.
Oh, they do half
half
strength,
your-
but it is actually
half strength.
half in your strength? Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Alright.
So I need to fix
Well,
that.
War Priest, you're in moves distance
Oh,
away. Ronnie,
I believe
Is
in
there-
myself this time. All right.
ready? Willing to get in combat. Your first taste of beating up an undead.
All right.
You got this.
You'll only be able to get one attack, unfortunately, but you can get an attack.
Make it count.
Pathfinder.
If you just click on the highest number in the attack roll, it'll just roll. Yeah.
You made it count.
I just pull out my nice little warhammer. I'm
That
gonna
will
discard
hit.
it.
That will definitely hit.
All right,
Bonk his
so,
ass.
so that is
Alright.
19 points of damage.
Clong.
I'm not gonna do anything. Wait, yeah, actually, as a swift action,
Okay.
I have my my secret weapon. Because I have I get to basically add some magical abilities to this that adds on top of the enchantment. So I'm going to give it. It will be. I'll just do it for next turn. It's going to be at least flaming. I don't know what the other one will be right now.
Okay.
So yeah, that'll be my turn. So hitting them the one time swift action to do that, and I am done.
Was Divine Favor in there?
Divine favor.
Because you cast it. It was the bonus action.
Yeah, it lasts rounds per level, right?
That was last. That
Yeah, they're on.
yes, my favorite's in the attack roll. You mean?
It's one
Yeah,
of
the
the-
attack.
Yes, that's all in there. I put it in. I have it in my
Okay, so-
box. Sorry.
Okay.
Misunderstood what you were asking. Yes.
Yeah. Ivona.
I move up.
Okay.
I prepare my ultimate attack, and I
Okay.
roll 4 force damage. As
Okay.
I use my wand.
Now that's comical because that kills him.
Good.
Oh God! I'm a
That's why
great
I was
bastard.
waiting for Ronnie to say something because I'm like, are you adding extra damage? It's really close to death.
No, boom.
I think
And then
Ivona
one magic
just
missile
points
over.
at it. Ivona just points the wand at him, and in Necrol says, "You're annoying."
Just one magic missile just flies over. Plunk, pow.
Right on his nose.
He was very.
Explodes into bones.
Look, Ronnie could have taken out just like in one little bit more. We were very close. All right.
Divine favor is attack and damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got a +3 on attack.
You defeated the Dread Skeleton Fighter, Lashton.
I take his skull as a trophy.
Uh-huh.
Throw it into the lake.
I also just
Hey,
remembered
what's
I
up,
should
man?
technically.
He has
To
this
tech-
stuff, technically.
Cool, I'll add it to the list.
It's okay. I had my awesome moment earlier.
I mean, the Skeleton Champions have a lot of, like...
I'm not taking anything off these
Masterwork gear?
skeletons. There's no point in carrying this shit.
It's just a lot of Masterwork gear.
I am a lootaholic, so I will put all of this on the loot list.
Times 12 Masterwork gear.
So
I would have to
needless.
look it up.
Oh, that's right, because it was all the dudes I knew.
It is
Okay,
12.
so this was just
dudes.
on the main guy.
That was just on the main guy, yes. Normal skeletal champions have actually just a masterwork sword and some nice armor. That's basically all they have. There you go. That's what they normally have. If you really want some regular breastplates and steel shields, you can get them. But
I will do it.
fine, you
Can
loot.
sell it.
I guess if you're like heading back across the bridge to where you started, that's probably fine because it's a lot of weight of stuff just to take.
Yeah.
You have defeated the.
We
I
said we were-
have a Type 4 bag of holding.
But the causeway has been secured.
Secured?
Secured. Lashton and his troops have been routed. You've defeated this technically
I
CR-12
wouldn't say
encounter.
routed. They've been dead. They died a second time.
They've been
Yes.
purified.
Mhm. Yep. So.
Cool.
You want to try the mansion like you said you were going to.
Yeah, I will attempt to cast the mansion.
Okay. Well, it works. That's the good part about it.
Okay. Well, I can cast it. Do we trust it, though?
Well, we can go inside and see if anything happens.
We can try to rest and see if there's any effects. If there are, then we know we shouldn't do that.
I'll gesture you inside.
I'll head in.
Same.
Right behind you.
Okay. Lowry and Seal will be like, we'll just go back to the base of operations. If you need us again, let us know. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna go pet a stoat.
Quiet the jealousy of this.
Yeah, there are just medium-sized butler stoats. It's a bonus favorite animal.
I posted a picture of them last time in the chat.
Yes. It's all about that stoat. About that stoat.
But yeah,
Alright.
Weasel.
I'm figuring it out because I honestly didn't know like 100%. When we broke it down a little bit better, I'm like, I have to actually like look up some stuff on this one. I do not know. You're like hitting me with like a thing that's like a very complex thing because the nature of this place is very weird and unfortunately different.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to like figure it out.
You're good.
Yeah.
It has dimensional anchor, you said?
Yeah, this place has dimension.
I don't think Dimensional Anchor affects this.
It really shouldn't.
Well, the question was more not if it would be castable as much as if it would seep, if the curse would seep in.
Well, it
Yeah.
shouldn't because the outside conditions don't affect the internals of the mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
the curse
it says
can't
that
get in.
specifically. Yes, theoretically. But I don't think outside conditions normally goes for things like curses as the problem because that's
I mean,
theoretically it could count as that, but it's also like one of those things. Like that's what I'm thinking about. It's like I think it's normally like
area.
weather and like actually what's going on outside. That doesn't matter. That's why I'm trying to be like is something like this something more unique because it is less like. On the surface, I believe you should, generally speaking, be fine, but I'm not sure. Yeah, the dimensional anchor itself, I don't think is necessarily the wrong. There's another section of this entire thing that, is what I have to worry about. Let me read through that again. Yeah, it's... You might be fine, you might not be, because it is like... It's the weird thing, your exponential space is extra-dimensional, but it is technically within Scarwall also, which is weird. Because of one of the
Would
things...
bags of holding not work then?
yeah, that's the thing. Like, how deep does it go?
It's not that they wouldn't
I
work,
was
but the curse could affect it, right?
I'm actually going to tell you I was kind of ignoring it to make it less difficult, but technically bags of holding are affected by this. Like, I was being nice and ignoring it because it was just a lot of extra stuff, but they do specifically say a harrow deck in a bag of the harrow deck with Solara in the bag of holding will still be affected normally. I thought it would kind of be just like a little too much of a jerk thing, and it was kind of like making it too easy to ignore that. But they actually do say, even the deck is carried as extra-dimensional container. They specifically say.
But it's just more things that... Yeah, it's just affected by the curse, though, so...
Well, that's the spiritual doom part about it. This is the dread. Which are two different things entirely. So that's why I'm trying to say, like, that one specifically does say it goes into extra-dimensional spaces. And that's also why I'm like, would this affect it too? All it does is mean you have to make a will save to actually get a night's sleep. If not, you're just fatigued and don't sleep. That's what it normally is to sleep in Scarwall.
So we would be safe, but we might not be able to sleep.
Yes. That's what the dread is. It gives you a sense of foreboding and feeling like you're watched, and you can't get good... you're plagued by nightmares and bad omens. You have to make a will save to get the benefit of any sleep at all. If not, you just don't sleep. And you can't act as if you have taken it. That's why I'm like, they mention the thing going into extra-dimensional spaces, but it is a different kind of extra-dimensional space than a bag of holding in particular. Bag of holding really isn't closed off. This is technically closed off, and it's just kind of like, it's a complexity that
it's in a weird subset.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to like look up quickly to see if anybody talks about this, and no one really does. I think it doesn't really.
It's a unique interaction. You should just make a ruling on it.
Yes, my basic thinking was it partially works. Effectively, if you want to use the Mage's Mansion, you will still be able to get the rest, but you still have to make the will saves, but you will get a bonus of it. I can say you will get a Like a +5 bonus to your will saves against
Alright.
the nightmares. It protects it. It's a layer of extra protection. So those of you that are weak-willed might still not get sleep from here, unfortunately. I think all the spellcasters will probably be fine unless you roll them. But you will probably still feel like you'll be very filled with nightmares and stuff. Up to you. It will be an option, but it wouldn't be like, if you can't get out very easily. But it's, not 100% safe.
Last-ditch thing, basically.
So...
Yeah.
If we get very, very injured to the point of where leaving is a danger.
Yeah. It's not a bad option, but it's not a perfect option just because it does seem to be able to reach into extra-dimensional spaces just from the wording of it. Of some of the other stuff they do, Okay. I guess if you... Are you going to take the rest in here? If so, I would need a round of will saves.
I mean, if we can't... Can we tell before we take a rest? Otherwise, we'll...
If you start resting, you will start getting, you will get, it'll be hard to get a rest. You can tell that much. And you will have probably that sense of dread and foreboding and, maybe something's watching you. It's not going to be as bad as if you were just sleeping out in the open in Scarwall. But it's still there, it's like a spooky night that makes it... Maybe it's, hard for you to get to sleep kind of thing,
Alright.
It's up to you guys. I mean, we could try to rest. If we
We
can't
should
get
test.
sleep, we could just walk up. We could just walk out.
We should test. I'm gonna assume this is mind affecting also.
I believe it is probably... Is mind affecting, fear effect. So your bonuses for fear or mind affecting, it would apply. Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Because if you want, Ivona will volunteer to just stay the
Never mind.
night here. If you guys want to go and rest at the...
I'm gonna try it and just see, and if I can't...
Because I will
sleep,
tell you,
then I'm gonna
again,
leave.
for spellcasters, if you don't get a proper rest, you can't memorize your spells or regain your spells.
Because
Keep that in mind, too.
the way Ivona would phrase it, she would offer to cast it at the edge of the barrier. You guys can go rest in the castle. She can take the experiment on this. If you guys need your full rest at this
Well,
point.
Zardris joined you, and Zardris made the will save by a lot. Does that include the +5 I was giving you,
will see
Zardris?
if I
Because if
can
not,
get
you've got a 33. You're really good.
I will see if I can sleep. If not, I'm gonna.
I rolled a nat 1, baby.
Yeah.
With a
Well...
+17.
This won't be with the +5, so +5 on top of it.
Saves and attacks are automatic fails when you roll up.
I'm a wereworm.
22.
It's the rarity of the rolled one. It's unpleasant, Ivona. You will have the tough night. I mean, everybody else will have a tough night, but will manage to sleep through it. But you will probably have to, take a little time to withdraw and rest. Which you have a base of operations now.
Yeah, I mean,
that.
literally, we can just leave. And...
All of you will be able to tell that there is just something a little wrong. It's not... Already entering into Scarwall, all of you feel there's just something wrong with the place. And it's a little bit... It's like, inside the Magnificent Mansion, it's a lot less. But it's still like, there's this little bit of just like, there's almost something wrong. Like, maybe out of the corner of your eyes, you're like seeing something kind of thing, but it's not really there, that kind of stuff. No, it is a will save, not fort save.
No, because I can get to sleep.
Yeah.
So I'm not rested. Isn't that a fort save to avoid the condition?
No. You will technically have rested towards the getting rest for that kind of rules, but you will still technically have the fatigue because of restlessness in the night, is what it is.
So basically, you sleep, but poorly to the point of where
Alright, this dungeon's dumb. I'm not casting the spell in here anymore.
Okay. Honestly, yeah.
Extra mention stuff is so weird. Anyway.
It's fine. We can
base
just...
of operations is fine.
It's very clear they don't want you to sleep inside for some
Very clear
reason.
Pathfinder hates fun.
I don't know what to say about this one. Like, it's... Honestly speaking...
Anyways, yeah. Ivona will tell you her experience,
They
and
want
she
it
will
to
not...
be
bother prepping this spell for this excursion.
They want it to be a true dungeon crawl.
She
basically.
will still prep the spell for use at the fort because it is a spell that provides food.
And it does provide actually pretty good shelter
Yeah.
so that they can attack you during the night. Then.
But it will not be
bad.
cast at all in this manner, in this dungeon.
The only thing is, it would be good if we have to emergency rest.
I mean, it's the point of it is to be like a haunted mansion, and high-level haunted mansions are really hard to do, so I understand what they're trying. I just think it's a kind of like a weird thing. I definitely agree on that one. I'm like, that's why I'm kind of like, it's fine. You guys also have like a base of operations, and honestly speaking, I'm probably not. I'm not going to do a lot like mess with that base. So you can rest anyway most of the time. Withdrawing will not be an impossibility.
Yeah,
You've secured
if we didn't
the
have
gateway.
the base, it would be more of a pain in the ass.
Yes, I think that's the other thing too.
I never rolled my hit points when I leveled up. I just realized this.
Hey man, you could have survived another that critical hits a bit more than that got. Anyway, you'll rest up and prepare for your true excursion to Scarwall next time. We'll leave it there. We're right about the point in time, so I think that's a good point to leave it. We figured out all that kind of stuff. I might change my mind. I'll try to read up on it a little bit more. It's just such a weird thing. The interaction that I don't. People might have used it. Might not have. I don't know. We'll see if I can find something.
It's
It's such a
weird.
specific for
We'll-
this
I'll-
thing.
I'll look
That's
into
the
it.
problem.
I'll look at it.
But it's such a common spell. I'm surprised they didn't mention it.
They don't mention a lot of things because there's a lot of common spells. I gotta be honest, actually it's not that common. I play a lot of Pathfinder, and I have had some people use Magnificent Mansion. I've had a lot of games where they've got spellcasters, they just don't cast it or use it, It has its uses, but it's also, like, situationally, it's a spell slot, So there's plenty of times that there are casters that I haven't played and haven't considered using that spell slot for. It's not a bad spell slot to have. It has uses in certain areas, but it's a judgment of, like, I've got limited spell slots and I want to nuke something, or Magnificent Mansion.
Yeah.
So, they don't mention a lot of shit. I think that's the other thing, too, is, like... River, do you have anything to shout out? Muted if you're trying to shout out something. Look, okay.
He's muted.
We'll get back to you. Joe, do you have anything to shout out?
Yarr.
Okay. Lightning, anything to shout out?
Hopefully I have internet next week.
River, shout outs.
Love you guys. That's it.
Okay. Momo, shout out.
Nope.
Okay. Lightning, shout out.
I already shouted out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Worm, shout out. Oh my god. Sorry, my brain.
I'm Diamond Worm. You can find me on twitch.tv/DiamondWorm or at DiamondWorm on Twitter. Did I die?
No.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, okay. Things look frozen for me. That's why. Okay. And I'll probably be streaming on Friday. Next. Yeah. I'll see what I do. I might do more world building. I might do Warframe. I mean, I know TennoCon's this weekend, so I know I plan to at least stream Warframe on Saturday. We'll see what I do Friday.
Okay. Myself, Character Average Philbin. I'll be back on for discussing Tabletop on Saturday. I'm off the next couple of days, and then I'll be back to normal schedule next week. That's it. Okay, everybody, have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you all so later. Bye. Bye.